Greetings, my Dragonites, Dragonborns, and Dragonkin. This is Dragonite, Dragonborn, Dragonite, get the memo, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring the bell, definitely share. You get the gist, and welcome to my Ghost of Tsushima review of this, and I do apologize how long this has been kind of, well, waited, how much y'all been waited, but I just been focused on other things, and I know I've been kind of holding this off, and as much that I tried to, in my personal opinion here, best way of saying it, and for me, I cannot finish this game because of the issue, like usual, of not enough VRAM, so please check your GPU. Yeah, thanks so much, sucker puncher, for not fixing that. I'm not fucking sorry, that's just a load of crap. That's happened with at least Horizon Zero Dawn, the original, not the remake, and now with this game, and I'm really questioning like how far things will actually go for this. However, I think, in my personal opinion, I have enjoyed a lot of Ghost of Tsushima so far. Although I couldn't do at least the DLC either, because probably the exact same issue here and there as well. However, I want to make this bluntly clear here, alright? Bluntly clear. This has taken at least somewhat of a historical event from Japan slash Tsushima, but did it like a what-if scenario, alright? That's what the whole thing's here, as you've seen, or at least when you play, is fiction, alright? I just want to make this clear. Yes, there was an actual event happen on Tsushima, or Tsushima, however you want to say it. Of course, I was actually playing with a subversion of at least the original voice actors, and then I always keep hearing Tsushima, so that's how I say it. However you say it, that's perfectly fine. Alright, that's just how the way things are. However, I do apologize, I couldn't get to the finale of it, but I do have a clip here for you, because I figured at least as most, I think it'd be at least, in my personal opinion, which way I would go. In my opinion, if I would at least continue, I would at least basically give Uncle the wish of giving a warrior's pass, because I do understand why he wanted to have that end and have that way of, in my personal opinion, to keep his quest like in the next life. And of course, when you start doing New Game Plus. Anyways, here's this clip thanks to X Leg Tales, if I butchered it, but here is the clip for you, and I will edit it to the spare editing. Here it is.
The Shogun has declared you a traitor. He ordered you to kill me. The Ghost was an outlaw. He taught our people to defy their leaders, to defend themselves. With poison, a gift you gave to our enemy. I had to stop you from throwing away our people's lives. You have no honor. And you are a slave to it. You are my son. Now I must continue the line of Shimura without you. I must start a new family. And my head is the cost. Taking it is my punishment. Our final day together. It is beautiful. It's time. Write the last words of Clan Sakai and Clan Shimura. parents will always be with you.
Yes, Uncle.
I will train you to become the strongest warrior Clan Sakai has ever known. I will raise you as my own son. Are you ready?
I am ready.
The wounds you dealt my spirit will never heal.
Killing me will only make them worse.
Let me go in peace.
You want revenge. And a failure.
This is not my revenge. This is not my revenge. It is my punishment. Honor me with a warrior's death.
I have no honor. But I will not kill my family.
The ghost will be hunted for the rest of his days.
I know. I will make sure you are remembered as a great warrior, a wise leader, and a father.
Thank you, my son. Find me in the next life.
I will.
and that is both of the endings. And yes, the story does have some flaws. I won't lie to you about that. However, is it still a good flawed master game or piece? Yes. And I know I made a lot, at least in my couple of streams I have done. If I had the choice, and if I was at least in Jin's shoes, at least when it comes to at least Lord Shinra, if he could have asked his uncle, hey, uncle, I'm still probably at least somewhat account Lord, but can you allow me to have the right to, most of all, recruit one of my samurai? I know it's going to be a lot, I understand, and I just want to give my friend Raizo the chance to at least have his chance of having his men to be fed. And it could have been a perfect thing, you know. It could just been at least this wonderful thing. And it's just the rest of, and that was just at least one of them. And I know, and there's another ones that I have been seeing as well for me as well. I can say this as well. I just wish Jin was a little bit more prepared and was actually a lot more how this time was in this time frame or this timeline or however the modern era says. Yes, don't get me wrong, there's going to be conflicts no matter what era you live in. I'm not doubting that. I'm not saying it hasn't. There always will. But in the appropriate era that you have set, I just wish that they at least allowed that. And even Raizo, I understand where he was coming from. I do, because he was doing what he can as a leader. And there has been some really good ones here and there as well. I can literally say that for myself. Just the side characters really felt really well, even though I do have, even at the least like the con ending, that was at least a little bit more rushed, I can definitely say. But just in general, it just felt like Jin was still like this little bit more like modern time. And don't get me wrong, you know, he has his own opinions. I'm not doubting that. I just wish that he was acting a little bit more. And yes, in the one side quest thing that when you were doing, it kind of shows like an actual samurai was in this time, in this feudal Japan era. But it was just felt a little bit more, in my opinion, felt like just, most of all, like, it was just like I could just meet him alongside today and actually have his own opinions like you probably meet across the street. However, I just wish he was just acting a little bit more, because if you're in, I know I'm on repeat here again, if you put in a fictional type era, you can probably at least have a little bit more of, you know, modern, but you got to set the standard of how things are. So that being said, I just figured that was at least another one. Just another fucking complaint that I know I've been having, like a, you know, like I've been saying even in my live streams as well. When it comes to like this PSN type thing or a login, or cases like you have to link your PSN account if you're on PC, this is just a negative point I have to give to the game. If you don't have this and you keep getting the damn fucking message, hey, if you don't have this installed or have this online, then the game won't run properly. That's a pain in the ass. I just wish. And here's the thing, if it runs verified on the Steam Deck, and if you remove that feature, then most people probably won't get into it. You know, like, won't notice it unless somehow they will have a fucking complaint because you set this damn thing up. That's just one of the things. And of course, and the play style of this game for a kid, I think it's really well done. It's really optional however you want to play, and I love that. I do. And the graphics and the gameplay. By the way, I keep forgetting to show you all this, but I'm probably showing it like right now. Like, can you tell them, if you show them this picture of it, because I was kind of like doing like a little bit, you know, honorable first, but if I need to do stealth, I would do last. And how this game engine shows, like, if you're very honorable, you get more like this time and era. If you, I know I've been saying this, but if you just show me this and say, hey, this is like a Ghost of Tsushima background, I would believe you. Like, oh, like the eye candy, like Chef's Kiss to Sucker Punch, I will praise this. Like, so fucking well. But it's just like there has been other things that it's just fucking irritating. And even there's at times like I've been looking at like this one side, and I know at least Horizon Zero Dawn, I know they like copy and paste and put it in here as well. It's just there is some flaws that's just showing its ugly head for me. And one of them is, it's like, oh hey, if you're looking at this one thing, it doesn't count. Like somehow in the game engine, it glitches up, even though I'm looking at it. I have to look away, look back, look away, look back. Oh hey, now I can jump over, but I'm the one getting fucking punished. Like what the fuck? Maybe it's just because I am on a AMD. And I can hear, oh well, just turn down your settings, because that's why you think of the issue. Here's the thing, I did that in Horizon Zero Dawn. I have verified everything. I have went through every nook and cranny that I could think of, maybe to fix this issue. That way I still have enough VRAM. Here's the thing, I got 32 gigs of RAM, 16 VRAM of my graphics card, which is a 6800 at most, a 16 gig card. But and of course, well, it's just also streaming. Alright, most of the other time that 12 gigs later, where's it else going? Unless there's another 6 gigs that somehow is not registering, and I have this error of not enough VRAM. That's a load of shit, and that's why I cannot get this game higher than as it is. That's why I have a major gripes about this game. However, with its flaws, I can still say it's a great game in my opinion. Flawed as it is, it's still a good game. And hell, there's actually really good Easter eggs in here too and I know it's just Easter eggs, but I think it's just really well done. Like, even like most of you've seen like right now, I have really enjoyed about this game so much. And of course, before I forget, I am going ahead and put my sponsor in. I do apologize how I've not been putting it in here and there as well. It's just because, in my personal opinion, I just thought those who are at least really, in my opinion, would like at least not like a lot of sponsorships of this game. You know, at least a lot of times. So, anyways, here's my sponsorship, which is W Energy. So here is that video clip right about now. Today's video is sponsored by W. Thank you to W for sponsoring today's video. As usual, use my code in link description below, which you get at least 10% off. And again, thanks to W for sponsoring today's video. As always, I hope you enjoy. But yes, in my personal opinion, this is still a really good game just to alone pick up, and I'm really happy as well that you can probably pick up this game. And yes, you can shoot me, but at least this game is a lot better than Ghosts of Yote, or Ghosts of fucking Yon, whatever I'm saying. And yes, I know about that drama and stuff, and I'm not quite happy how that voice actor went down, and it just, no. However, the end, there's the spoilers, just for y'all, just heads up, Jin was at least the final one of it all. However, from what I've seen as well, even the DLC as well, there has been at least some retcons here and there as well, I can say that for myself. And it's just, there's just some of it, I think if they really wanted to, like, at least maybe do a little bit of recon, I can at least understand some of it. But mostly the other ones, it's just alright, but it's just, and that's what I've seen. I couldn't at least get to it, but what I also seen, it's just really cool. And then yes, you know, there's God of War, basically from Greek and Norse. Then you got Bloodborne in there. Then you also got at least Horizon Zero Dawn, but I think it's only for the female. Then you also at least think it was, oh yeah, Shadow of the Colossus, which was another one. Like, there's just some really good ones, and I guess they, at least Sony was like putting them in here a little bit, like, hey, why not make this as well? So, and of course, at least at that time as well, I can say for me was at least, you know, just for at least an online thing, which I will definitely get into here as well. at least the trophies. But and I think it was actually really cool that they put it at least in the single player. If you missed it in the online, you still can get it in the single player, which is actually really nice. I think that's also good too. But the online play, I don't know if anybody's actually playing it, and yes, coming from a trophy, I'm more of a novice trophy hunter myself, I can literally say this as well for myself. I just wish that if you were going to 100% this game, you're going to have to do at least the online trophies as well from, you know, the Legends, aka the online story, which I wish that they just left that alone and just left it at least the main game. Because unless you got some good friends to help you to platinum, at least, or even on consoles as well, if you have it on consoles as well, not just PC, which I was actually playing this game, which I also got a discount. And at least when I'm editing, there is a discount, and which I would recommend to get at some point if you ever tend to get this game, which I would recommend you do. But anyways, but the online, it's kind of like a mixed bag for me, to say the least, but it's only up to you. And the stances in this game, I keep forgetting, since you do need points, I did level up all the way to the Ghost, so that way, you know, get the max stance. I think it's really cool, and you can at least choose your favorites, and that's what kind of made the gameplay really well. But again, it's really up to you, like a mixed bag, but if you want to like fully 100% this game, get some friends that would help you in the long run. But in my personal opinion, I would say for me and possibly me alone, just do for a casual play. But anyways, in my personal Dragon opinion, I'll definitely give this game my own completionist, thanks to the completionist type thing. I'll definitely give this game in my personal opinion, with the Ghost of Tsushima and how much, you know, the collectibles here and there is, I'll give it my Dragon rating of Honor It. And yes, I'm very quite aware. I know I probably pissed off a lot of people like, well, no, this is a 10, this is a 9, or whatever goddamn cases. Even though an 8 out of 10, it's still really recommended. I have been really, at most in my personal opinion, just been thinking about this, thinking about a lot. And I know I would give this game, if it was just a base game, it's going to be a 7.5. But the DLC, on the other hand, in my personal opinion, did, at least in my opinion, made it go up a little bit more. So that's why I figured just about an 8. If you enjoy something like this, that's perfectly fine, and you're more welcome to your own opinions just as much as I'm welcome to mine. It's just, I have enjoyed this game very much, probably just like the next person. It is a flawed game. It's a flawed masterpiece. I will not lie about that. However, I can say for me and me alone, I think it's a really good flawed gem that it is. And there are countless times people at least admitted this, you know. So anyways, my Dragonkin, this is Dragonite, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out. And as always, if you like what you saw, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that bell, definitely share. You get the gist, and I do apologize how long this has kind of been on the radar. And yes, I'll try to make some more videos, or at least to finish up at least the let's play of all the streams I have did, and just upload them. So as always, this is Dragonite, Dragonborn, Dragon Sage, signing out. Hopefully you have a good one. My Dragonites, Dragon Wars, and Dragonkin, I like it. So as always, farewell for now. And hopefully you enjoyed this review. So sorry it took so long just to, well, finish up.